Just the other day, Sony dropped their very brand new entry into the God of War series, God of War Laufey. And boy, are people upset about that. Let's talk about it. I'm your host for this evening, Azrael Kuranushi, and can someone explain to me why exactly we're upset about this new direction that they're taking? You know what? Don't even answer that question. It was a dumbass question to begin with. I think the answer is pretty obvious, and it's a conversation that people are having all over the internet right now, and they're not really willing to acknowledge the fact that it's not about Kratos. It's about the fact that there's a female lead, not Kratos. And I don't understand the outrage. Personally, I don't get it. Because at the end of the day, there is a beautiful woman tearing shit up in the afterlife. That's the coolest concept I could think of right then and there. Not to mention, we finally get to see what Kratos saw in his wife. But most importantly of all, the cherry on top of this whole thing is that Faye is actually based off of real life actress Deborah Ann Wool. If you don't know who that is, look it up. Now, granted, that fact alone might make me a little biased considering that I love Deborah Ann Wool. But then again, I also have kind of an outsider's perspective because I've never actually played a God of War game. Now, granted, that fact may not actually be true. I've played the first one, I just never really beaten it or really gotten that far into it. Anyway, the important thing to keep in mind here is that people online will try to convince you that it's about, Sony including a female lead just to cater to people who want to see more female leads in gaming. I don't buy into that. Not even a little bit. I think that they just wanted a new direction to take the series in, and I think that this is a very good move on their part. As someone who didn't get to really get into the games in the past, I think that now I will consider this my time to get into the series because the gameplay looks phenomenal. They showed 15 minutes of that. It looked beautiful graphically. The combat style was pretty clean. It was fierce. For a game that is technically still in development, the game itself just looks amazing. And I know that there was some discourse over how Faye looked in the cutscenes and how they were comparing her to Deborah Ann Wool. First of all, that's an unfair comparison. First and foremost, because gaming really isn't at a point where they could perfectly replicate what a person looks like without actually putting them in there. So that was an unfair comparison. Second of all, they're comparing Faye to Deborah Ann Wool, which people will say is a balanced comparison because that's who she's based off of. First of all, nothing can capture the beauty that is Deborah Ann Wool. Nothing. I'm surprised cameras can. I like that. Know something? Let's just call it right down the middle, okay? Let's just say exactly what it is. It's fake outrage. That's all it's always gonna be. That's all it's ever been. People are still going to buy the game day one. They're going to pre-order it. They're going to spend $70 on the game. You know what, matter of fact, not even $70. They're probably going to go ahead and dump their entire wallet. 120 for the premium gold star edition that's given to people who will mindlessly buy the game, buy the merch, who have Kratos tattooed on their left butt cheek. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's their money. They could do whatever they want with it. But at the end of the day, the game's not even out yet. Don't be out there shitting on it just because, oh, female lead, oh, it's gonna flop. Oh my god. Oh my balls itch. Ah. No, don't do all that. Stop that. Stop that right now. At the end of the day, just wait until the game comes out. And if it's bad, shit on it then. You don't have to shit on it now. Why are you wasting all your shit and energy? What, you got some extra laxatives in your cup holder at work? No. Just wait till the game comes out. And then if it flops, it flops. And then you can shit on it. If it doesn't, then you were shitting on it for nothing to begin with. So, just wait. Just wait. Oh yeah, and be sure to follow all my content on my channels and support the channel going forward. I mean, we gotta fund the downfall of bird economy. Gotta make sure that these birds live their worst lives at all times. Fuck the birds. End of video.